Hi, and welcome back to Reading with Mrs. Wendell. I'm Ann Wendell, and I'm a reading teacher at MLK Middle. Good to see you back again for Lesson 22. We're in the Pink Book, and we just started with Lesson 20. So don't worry that you missed 1 through 19. We always start off with a pun. A pun is a joke that uses multiple meanings of words to make it funny. Today's pun is, what is more impressive than a talking parrot? We'll find out the answer at the end. So now we're going to put on our slides. And here they are. So this is corrective reading, and it's for anyone in 4th or 5th grades, middle school, high school, and adults. It's designed to correct any skill that you may have missed at any time. We're on level B2, lesson 22. We're going to read the next part of Hern the Wolf. We're also going to learn a new grammar rule and some new vowel patterns. If the words and the story are way too easy, you may want to try our level C video. If you're lost and confused, then try level B1. But if you know how to do most things in this lesson, but not all, it's just right. All the vowel rules are here in the video, so they're there anytime that you want to go back and look at them, or you can write them down to have at home. Here's 1 and 2, and here's 3, 4, and 5. Today we're going to learn some new vowel sounds. These vowel sounds are called diphthongs. That's a weird word for some weird sounds. There aren't enough letters in the alphabet for all the sounds we have in English. So we have to have some letters do double duty. The first sound we have is ow, as in ouch. What sound? Yes, ow as in ouch. Ow can be spelled with an OU or an OW. The next sound we have is oo as in ooze. What sound? Yes, ooh as in ooze. That sound is usually spelled with 2 O's. To make things even more weird, 2 O's together also make the sound as in book. What sound? Yes, as in book. The reason that 2 O's together sometimes say ooh and other times say is because people across America pronounce words in different ways. You've probably noticed that. They have accents. A New York accent is different from a Richmond accent. Some people pronounce the parts of trees that grow underground as roots, and other people call them roots. Some people call the thing on top of a building a roof, and other people call it a roof. So when you see 2 O's together, you really don't know if it's going to say ooh as in ooze or as in book. This is not to confuse those weird vowel sounds called diphthongs with the vowel teams in rule number 4. What does rule number 4 say again? Yes, when 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So what sound does an EA make? Yes, E. And what sound does an OA make? Yes, O. Also, remember rule number 5. What does rule number 5 say? Yes, when a vowel is followed by R, the R bullies the vowel into changing its sound. In UR, IR, and ER, the R is such a bully that it even makes these letters make the same exact sound. As in furry worker bird. Here you can see my wonderful picture of a furry worker bird. He has a hard hat on his head because he's a worker, and below his chin, his body is red and furry, although that's kind of hard to see in this video. I have him here because furry is spelled with a UR, worker is spelled with an ER at the end, and bird is spelled with an IR. All those letters are bullied by R into making the same sound. We're going to see a lot of those in today's story. Here we are in exercise 1, where we're going to read all these words one at a time, first looking at the underlined sound, and then looking at the word. Here we go. First word. What's the underlined sound? Yes, ow as in ouch. What's the word? Yes, rounded. Next word. What's the sound? Yes, as in furry worker bird. What's the word? Yes, swirl. Next word. What sound? Yes, all. What word? Yes, almost. Next word. What sound? Yes, as in furry worker bird. What word? Yes, burn. Next line. First word. What sound? Yes, oh. What word? Yes, roasting. Next word. What sound? Yes, as in furry worker bird. What sound? Yes, stirring. Next word. What sound? Yes, ow. What word? Yes, crouched. Next word. What sound? Yes, What word? Yes, curled. Okay, next line. First word. What sound? Yes, I. What word? Yes, mighty. Next word. What sound? Yes, What word? Yes, Bert. Next word. What sound? Yes, What word? Yes, hurry. Next word. What sound? Yes, What word? Yes, herb. Next word. What sound? Yes, What word? Yes, vern. Next word. What sound? Yes, ow. What word? Yes, grouch. Next word. What sound? Yes, E. What word? Yes, stream. Next word. What sound? Yes, O. What word? Yes, poach. Next word. What sound? Yes, What word? Yes, should. Next word. What sound? Yes, What word? Yes, jerk. Next word. What sound? Yes, E. What word? Yes, grease. Okay, that was a real tongue twister today. I think I only messed up like one time. If you messed up any, you can always go back and do it again. Now we're going to learn some grammar. We talked about suffixes last time. What are suffixes again? Yes, small parts of words that are added at the end that change the meaning a little. Here's the slide from last time as a review. The suffix ing means it is happening in the present, which means when? Yes, now. The suffix s means it is happening when? Yes, the present or now. The suffix ed means that something happened when? Yes, in the past. Good job. Okay, Now we're going to add the suffixes ed, s, and ing to these words. Round, howl, and shiver. Round, howl, and shiver end in what letters? Yes, D, L, and R. Are D, L, and R vowels or consonants? Yes, they're all consonants. So when you add a suffix, you just stick it on the end. Easy. What do you get when you add ed to round? Yes, rounded. On yesterday's math test, the students rounded all the answers to the nearest 10. What do you get when you add S to howl? Yes, howls. That wolf howls every night. What do you get when you add ing to shiver? Yes, shivering. I am shivering in the cold. Here's where it gets a little more complicated. If the word ends in E, you drop the E before you add the ED or the ING. If you added ED to scare, you would get scareed. So you drop the you drop the E, add ED, and you get scared. In the same way, when you add ING to smile, you drop the E, add ing, and you get smiling. A lot of people have a lot of trouble with this, so don't worry if you don't pick it up right away. We will be working on it a lot. Now you're going to read the words that you will see in the story. First word. What word? Yes, blister. Next word. What word? Yes, scared. Next word. What word? Yes, rustling. Next word. What word? Yes, spit. Next word. What word? Yes, shines. Next word. What word? Yes, howled. Next word. What word? Yes, growl. Next word. What word? Yes, fern. Next word. What word? Yes, stared. Next word. What word? Yes, sniffed. Next word. What word? Yes, softly. Next word. What word? Yes, pipe. Next word. What word? Yes, toward. Next word. What word? Yes, rising. Next word. What word? Yes, paw. Next word. What word? Yes, whale. Okay, nice job. Give yourself some shine. Now we're going to read the next part of the story, Hern the Wolf. Remember last time, Hern and his sister Surt had a big problem. What was their problem? Yes, their mother had died, they were hungry, and they had no one to take care of them. What did you predict they would do? Okay, we'll see if you're right. I'm going to read the first section while you follow along. Surt goes for the meat. Surt was running toward the hunter's camp. Hern was following. As Hern rounded a bend in the stream, he could see a swirl of smoke rising from the campfire. A man was bent over the fire, stirring a pot of beans. Next to the beans was a deer leg roasting on a spit. Another hunter was turning the spit. The men were talking. "Did you see the marks on that cat?" one man said. "It looked like that cat was in a whale of a fight." That cat was in such bad shape that it dropped before you shot it, another hunter said. He and a third man began to laugh. The first man said, "Come on, you guys. That was a good shot." Okay, here are some questions. What were the hunters cooking? Yes, beans and a deer leg. They were talking about the cat they shot. What kind of condition was the cat in? Yes, it was in poor condition. How did the cat get in such bad shape? Yes, it was the cat that got into the fight with the mother wolf. Okay, here's a picture of meat roasting on a spit over a campfire. The spit is the stick that the meat is stuck on. The spit goes right through the meat. Then somebody turns the spit so all sides of the meat get cooked. Now, this section you're going to read on your own. You can read it out loud or silently. Pause the video, and when you're done, I'm going to ask some questions. Okay, done with that part? What did Hearn want to do? Yes, eat the deer leg. What was one of the men complaining about? Yes, the beans were taking too long. What did the other man tell the complainer? Yes, he'd either have to fix them himself or wait. So here I put a picture up of a pot on a campfire so you can see how they might have cooked the beans. And then here's a picture of some ferns that Hearn is hiding behind. Okay, I'll read the next section while you follow along. Suddenly, the man turning the spit jumped up. "Ow!" he yelled. The man who had been stirring the beans said, "What's wrong, Bert?" "Some grease popped out and landed on my arm. Boy, does that ever burn." "Soak it in cold water," Vern said. "Do it right away, and you won't get a blister." Vern and Bert ran to the stream. They ran past Hearn and his sister. Hearn bent down close to the ground. He laid his ears back, flat against his neck. He was very scared. Okay, here are your questions. What made one of the hunters yell, "Ow"? Yes, grease landed on his arm. One of the other hunters told him what to do. What was that? Yes, soak it in cold water. Where did they go to put water on the burn? Yes, they went to the stream. How close did they get to Hearn and Surt? Yes, they ran past them. I'll read the next section also because it goes over 2 pages. "That water feels good," Bert said. "You should go back and stir those beans before they burn. That fire is really hot. Let me see your arm. Turn it so the light shines on it." Suddenly there was a rustling sound in the ferns next to Hearn. Hearn turned. The sound came from Surt. She was running toward the spit. She was running as fast as her legs would take her. She reached the spit before any of the men saw her, and she might have gotten away with a big chunk of deer meat, except for one thing. She stepped in the fire. She had never seen fire before. She had been in such a hurry to get the meat that she didn't take as much care as she should have. Okay, what was the name of the man who was burned? Yes, Bert. We know because Bert said, "That water feels good." And in the last section, one of the men asked, "What's wrong, Bert?" when somebody yelled, "Ow." What did Sert want to do? Yes, eat the deer meat. What did she step into? Yes, the fire. Now you pause the video and read this section on your own. Okay, here's your questions. What made the men aware that Sert was in their camp? Yes, she howled. What did the men tell Vern to do? Yes, watch out. Why did they want Vern to watch Sert? Well, probably because it was a wolf and it probably wanted their dinner. But that's kind of what you think. What did Vern do? Yes, he tossed a chunk of meat to Sert. What did Sert do when Vern tossed the meat to her? Yes, she stared at Vern. You read this last section too. Okay, here's the questions. What did Sert finally do? Yes, she ate the meat. Why do wolves gulp things down without chewing them very much? Yes, because they never know when they will eat again, and not chewing the food makes it stay in their stomach much longer. So, did Hearn and Sert make any progress toward solving their problems? Well, they made some progress because Sert got something to eat. Do you think Hearn will go into camp too? We'll find out next time. I'm going to put up some questions for you to answer. Write your answers down on a piece of paper, and then you can check your answers. Pause the video now and do that. Remember, we want to know what is more impressive than a talking parrot? A spelling bee. Here we have two meanings of bee. A spelling bee in school is a contest about spelling. And if the insect bee that flies around knew how to spell, that would be really impressive and impossible. Thanks for joining us again today. I'm glad you did. Visit us at lesson 23 to find out what the hunters do when they see Hearn and Sert. Bye bye. See you next time.